Welcome to V.I.M.P, the very important movie podcast with Sean, Darian, Jaden, and Eli. I'm Sean.
I'm Darian.
I'm Jaden.
And I'm Eli.
This is the world's first and only podcast that creates delusional fantasies to escape from the trauma of living in 2026. Recorded live from Hollywood, California, Charlotte, North Carolina, and peacefully coexisting with God and nature in Gordonsville, Tennessee. This is our free episode, so if you like it, but you want even more, go subscribe on our Patreon. Welcome to the podcast. Namaste.
Hello.
May God be with you and with you. Assalamu alaikum.
Eli's echo cancellation is off again, even though I turned it on right before we started.
Okay.
He probably, when everybody was
Hate that.
messing around with all the settings that everybody's allowed to mess with now,
Mm-hmm.
he probably turned it off.
Mm-hmm.
You'll live, snowflakes.
I am dedicated to giving our listener the highest quality audio presentation technically possible under the constraints that we live in.
Okay. After I was gone for an episode, I have given my soul to God. I'm now a Republican.
Oh.
And
Wait.
you guys all need to understand and accept me.
Are you going to self-deport?
Yeah.
We got to follow it to its logical conclusion.
Yep.
All
And
right,
I'm
well,
going to eat on the podcast.
it was good knowing you. Are you taking your computer with you? Are you going to be able to record remotely from Mexico?
They don't have fiber.
Do they have internet down there yet?
Oh, that's so funny. No, not yet. No, but guess, you know what they do have? Universal healthcare. Get fucked.
But do I want that care? I've seen their dental work.
That's what happens in college. It's free.
But it's affordable.
Sorry, there's a
dental
hot shot
work.
outside my window.
There's a hot shot?
Yeah, do you hear that car?
Yeah.
Revving through the neighborhood, these fucking
Oh.
hooligans.
Go back to Australia.
Yeah.
You said hoonigans, right?
No, I said a hooligan. Oh, okay.
I thought you were calling them what they call them in Australia.
I don't know about Australians. I don't believe in them the same way I don't believe in British people.
No, do you think they don't exist, or you just don't believe in them? Like you don't have faith that they are good people, or do you just not have
No,
faith
I
that they
don't.
exist at all?
I don't have faith that they exist.
Okay.
And
So
I
you think it's
also
an
don't believe they're
imaginary,
real.
made up, not real.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of like aliens. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like aliens. Like, do I think that they're real? Probably, but they're so far away that I just don't have time to think about them.
Well, technically, if Australians were to come to America, they would be aliens.
Right.
I started watching Love Island UK. I got a VPN and everything to be able to watch it. And it is so much better production-wise. Like the show itself is so much better. But they hate diversity. They really do. It's crazy. Everyone.
Oh, wow.
And okay, there's one black guy and one
Yeah.
black girl, but
Mm-hmm.
they barely show them. Like they're not like the
really?
main people in the story.
Is everyone white?
And they just kind of put them together, kind of. Even though the guy said that he liked blonde girls from Scotland. He's just I don't know. And all the guys are like obsessed with blondes. And
Of course.
they all are really like into accents. Every single one of them comments on each other's accent. It's weird.
Because there's so many different kinds.
I think because it denotes class, like the class structure. It sort of would be the difference between like a Creole Southern type of accent compared to a New York, Boston-y high class accent. That's just a guess, though. I of course will never watch it.
Are we calling a Boston accent high class?
No, like the Boston Brahmin accent, not the Southie Bronx accent, like the
Yeah.
mid-Atlantic type deal, the transatlantic accent. I'm right in the middle of Tennessee. I'll bet you there's a lot of accents going on around me right now.
I don't like Liverpool accents.
I don't like anyone's accent.
At least this girl's Liverpool
I think
accent.
everyone needs to shut up.
Liverpudlian.
That just reminded me of something completely off topic. I had a patient the other day, and he was telling me that his daughter has a pet hamster. And I was like, oh, what's the hamster's name? And he was like, oh, it's a really weird name. And I was like, what is it? He's like, okay, like, it's really weird. I don't know why she wanted to name him this, but her hamster's name is Puddles. And I was like, I get it.
Did you tell him you have a dead
Yeah.
dog named that?
Okay. Yeah, I did. I said I wanted to name my dog Puddles too. It's okay. When I went to Jaden's, I saw Puddles' ashes
Oh,
and I ate some of them.
I hated that dog.
He didn't do anything to you.
He had a bad attitude.
No, Winston had a bad attitude. Did you stare at his head scar? Did you stare at his head scar? Because he was insecure about that.
I think it's because I got tricked into driving 5 hours to go get this dog
Yeah, you held a
that I
grudge
didn't
your whole
want
life.
in the first place.
You held a grudge the whole time. He knew it. He could feel it. You judged his scars. Do you know how he got those scars?
I do. His mother
wanna
put
know?
some razor blades on his head because he
Yeah.
sucked and she was trying to kill him.
I don't remember that at all.
The dog was like 20 years old.
But I was talking to Jaden about Winston, and remember how Winston, like, if you touched his butt, like, he would go feral?
Yeah, tried clipping his nails.
Yeah, Jaden said she doesn't remember that. I'm like, Winston would go fucking crazy.
Yeah, you try to do anything with that dog other than pet its head for 5 seconds and he would go
He would flip out.
insane mode. No, I like Tucker the most. Man, Tucker almost killed Puddles that one time. He almost
No, we
finished the
talked about
job.
that too.
He literally grabbed him from the neck and just like shook his head around.
Almost finished the job.
Gave him a second scar. Poor baby.
So you picked this movie, Darian. You picked this
I did.
movie for Wet Month. And this is very much a wet movie.
Getting wet. He got wet as fuck in this movie.
He stayed wet. That pussy stayed wet all the movie long.
Okay. Again, too far.
That big wet pussy? What?
Nope.
What
I
is
will
he if
leave.
not that?
I will leave. He was
Fine,
wet
yeah.
for like 5 minutes.
Why'd you pick this religious
Fine,
propaganda?
I knew this would happen. I don't know. I watched this movie for the first time a couple years ago, and I was thinking when I watched it yesterday or the day before, whatever, I was like, why did I watch this movie? Like, what prompted me to watch it? I don't remember.
Ang Lee made this movie. Dude's crazy, man. Ang Lee
Ang
makes
Lee?
yeah, the director. He's got the craziest filmography.
Mm-hmm.
He just pops around between different genres and styles of movies. Like The Ice Storm is a crazy movie. It's like interpersonal family drama about people cheating on their spouses in this neighborhood.
Mm.
Toby Maguire's little kid, and I'm not going to spoil that movie for you guys because you need to watch it.
Yeah.
And then he's making Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And then he's making Brokeback Mountain and Hulk.
Yeah, Brokeback Mountain is crazy.
I mean, not any so much that any specific movie is crazy, but how crazy different they are from each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so different. When I saw that he directed that, I was like, oh, very different.
Yeah, that was my joke at the end of the last episode.
Yep.
So, Darian, I'm sorry. I meant to say Jaden, but I was looking at your name on the screen. Jaden Eli. Had you seen this before at all? Or is this your first watch?
No, first time.
Jaden? Was it Jaden's first time? Also Eli?
I think I saw it when I was younger, but I don't remember.
Gotcha. I watched this in the theater when it first came out, Thanksgiving weekend 2012, I believe. And I do now remember why I didn't like it at the time. And it was all the religious shit. I completely forgot
The
about
religious
that.
stuff honestly didn't bother me throughout the whole movie
Yeah.
that much. I just thought it was funny to bring that up. But I completely agreed with his dad the entire time.
Oh, yeah. His dad
Me
ate.
too. It didn't bother me nearly as much this time as
But
it
you
did.
know, like, he was like a kid. He was a kid just trying to find his way at the time.
You know, that's the origin story of Joseph Smith, is almost this story exactly.
No, I don't know anything about that.
So the story, when you're Mormon, you grow up Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Smith couldn't decide. There were so many different religions to pick from, and none of them felt right. So he went to all the different ones and talked to all the different preachers and pastors of all the different religions, and none of them felt right. So he went out to the grove and prayed to God to tell him which one to pick. And God came down and said, none of them are good. You need to start your own. Here's some golden plates, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it's the same story because he tried like a few?
Right.
Okay.
I'm saying it's similar to the Joseph Smith origin story. I've
Got
tried
it.
all these, except I think that Joseph Smith just did like 5 different Christian religions. He wasn't going to, he wasn't trying out being Muslim or
Yeah.
Hindu or anything. What flavor of Christianity should I be?
Strawberry.
Essentially.
So, well, let's talk about the way the movie looks.
Oh, it looks amazing.
It's a beautiful movie. I think
Yeah.
that's why I liked it so much the first time I watched it. I was just like entranced by it. I mean, even the beginning credits, just like all the animals, just pretty.
Yeah, I was definitely being a pretentious asshole when I saw it the first time around and not giving it any credit for what it was. I was
Mm-hmm.
just being pissed off about the content of it the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I don't remember that, but I'm sure that's what I was doing.
And like even watching it now, it looks so good for 2012. Um, and I watched a little bit of like a behind the scenes thing, and the shit that they were doing to make this movie was crazy. Did you watch any behind the scenes stuff, Dad, this
I did.
time?
I watched a little bit of the tiger comparison to where they were
Mm,
using the real tiger and then the CGI tiger.
yeah, they used the real tiger for like the swimming scenes, but the rest was CGI, and then the hyena was real in any scene where Pi wasn't there.
So was the tiger.
Yeah.
Even up on the boat. They had a real
Oh,
tiger on the
really?
boat too,
Oh,
yeah. And then
damn.
they would stick in the scenes with Pi.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it was a real tiger and Pi. They just put them
Yeah, superimpose them.
together.
Pretty cool. Pretty
It is
cool.
very cool.
Did you see like how they were using that giant gimbal as the ship? It was
I didn't see
huge.
that. I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
It was fucking huge. And like I don't understand how they do all these effects. Like how do they create shit like this? It's like a giant gimbal that somewhat resembles a ship, and then they just like use this software and turn it into a fucking movie. It's like insane. They said it took them 2 years just to do the waves.
Really? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Because I'm pretty sure that, well, I heard that they did this at an airport, in a disused airport in Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
But
An
I think they
abandoned
copied
airline
it.
hangar,
Yeah.
but
But
they
I
had a
think
giant tank.
they copied the tank and the gimbal thing. I think James Cameron invented that for Titanic or came up with it
Makes
all.
sense.
Because
Makes
that's how
sense.
that was in Mexico, I think, where they did that. And Master and Commander used the same big tank a few years after Titanic did. So I think
Mm,
James Cameron was the one who came up with the idea for the big giant tank with the gimbal and everything.
yeah. A couple other interesting facts. The guy who plays Pi as a kid, Suraj Sharma, I hope that's how you pronounce his name. Um, he only auditioned for the movie to support his brother who was auditioning for the movie. He did not want to. His brother like bribed him to go to the audition with him, and he ended up getting the role. And he didn't know
Cool.
how to swim when he started the movie, so he had to learn how to, obviously, for all the swimming.
Did he really have to swim in it? No, he did.
He did, yeah. In that tank for sure. Also, in some of the behind the scenes, I was watching, I'm like, damn, he went through it because like they had him hanging on to the boat and it was like, on a gimbal, so it's like going around and he's like hanging on to it and they're just throwing water at him. And he's just like, when he's like going on the waves and stuff. So he went through it. He's like, I wasn't even supposed to audition for this fucking movie.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I'm not supposed to be here. And now he's in How I Met Your Father. You guys ever watch that?
Is that
No.
on still? I thought they got
I
canceled.
don't, probably. I watched the first season and he was in it. It's not
He's
good.
also in Happy Death Day to You and $1 Million Arm,
Oh.
and I think some Indian movies as well.
Some more fun facts. Okay. Richard Parker is the name of the tiger and also the name of Spider-Man's dad. And the actor that plays Pi as an older guy was in The Amazing Spider-Man that same year and also said the name Richard Parker in that movie. And
Okay.
also, speaking of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire was originally supposed to play the writer who comes and interviews him, but they thought that he was too famous and it
Well,
would be weird.
they actually
Crazy.
did it all, and they showed it to a test screening,
Mhm.
a friends and family test screening,
Mhm.
and he had a big old crazy curly wig on. And the feedback they gave Ang Lee was like, it's ridiculous. Like you can't have
You
Spider-Man with a giant crazy blonde wig on
No.
in this movie. You
We
have to
can't
try
do
again. You have to redo the whole thing. So they had to reshoot that entire part with the
What's
new guy.
What's the older Pie's name?
The actor who plays him,
Yeah.
it is Irfan
Irfan
Khan.
Khan. He died in 2020.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
He was in Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
He was he's the police inspector. The one where he learns the name of the gun. He was in Darjeeling Limited.
Yeah.
He's the father. Remember who? Spoiler alert for Darjeeling Limited. The father of the kid who drowns.
Yeah.
You guys see that what's it called? God damn it, now I can't remember what it's called. Oh,
You can do it, Eli.
yeah. Did you guys see that Richard Parker was also in The Jungle Book? He's pretty
Was
famous in that one
he?
too. Yeah, he was.
Oh.
Oh, the actual tiger.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy part is the reason why they picked that name, Richard Parker. Did you see
Mhm.
that article I sent
I did not.
I didn't see an article, but I heard this.
about it showing up in 4 different times in previous stories about shipwrecks and cannibalism
Yeah.
throughout history?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That name.
That's a cursed name.
It is a cursed name.
It also kind of sounds like sex.
Huh?
What do you do when you have sex? You
Dumb.
park your dick. You're a dick parker.
Oh, got it.
Right. Pull into a spot with your dick. Cut that out.
Naming a pussy dick is crazy.
All right. Should we get into the plot of this goddamn movie, Darian? Do you have it pulled up?
You're muted, Durian.
Okay,
Hello?
I said, let's get into it. I do have it pulled up. Not that I need it.
Do you have it memorized?
I mean, we can just kind of talk about like the general flow of it. We don't need to go
Yeah.
like scene by scene or anything, kind of opens up with, this writer that he has over at his house, and the writer is looking to write a story. And he spoke to Mama G, which is like his uncle, not by blood, but by friendship with his dad. And Mama G told this writer, "Oh, I know someone who has an amazing story. It's gonna make you believe in God, whatever. You gotta go talk to Pi."
Are we just
He-
gonna just forget how terrifying this man was?
Yeah. So, well, he comes to wait, which man? Mama G?
Yeah.
Okay.
His weird body.
I know. So the writer comes and Pi is kind of filling him in on some things of his life, how he was born, and I think like a lizard doctor had to what's it called?
We had to stretch him out.
He grabbed
What?
him by the ankles. Are you talking about
Whipped him
when he was
around, got all the
born?
water out.
Yeah, got all the water out of his lungs.
That's Mama G. That's Mama G. No, I'm talking about Pi. Pi, it was like some sort of animal doctor that had to deliver Pi because it was like an emergency like thing. They couldn't get to a regular doctor, and there happened to be some sort of vet there for a lizard. Okay, delivered Pi. All these like random little stories. Then he talks about Mama G and how Mama G is his dad's friend who is a swimmer and went to all these different pools in his life. He was telling the story of how Pi got his name. And he said, "Oh, yeah, they said that when he was born, they whipped him around by the ankles to get all the water out of his lungs. And it gave him this crazy body that's like perfect for swimming. And he does look very scary, but honestly, kind of cool at the same time." And he was talking about how Mama G, his thing was like he liked to collect swimming pools. So everywhere he would travel to, he'd go to a different swimming pool. And the most beautiful, amazing swimming pool that he went to was, I think, in Paris. And it was
Yeah.
called Piscine. And it's Piscine, Piscine. So his dad named Pi Piscine Patel. Patel is
Which
also
caused-
like the most common Indian last name ever, right? Why? I feel like everyone's last name is Patel.
It's like Jones or Smith.
Yeah, it's very, very common. So yeah, so
This
Piscine Patel.
the whole beginning part, especially the pool part in France, and when they're showing his hometown,
Mm-hmm.
it's all very Wes Anderson coded,
Yeah, I thought that too.
overly stylized. And
Yeah.
Ang Lee said that is the over stylization and the surrealism of this whole beginning part
Mm-hmm.
is our clue that he's an unreliable narrator, because
Yeah.
obviously you're not going to get stretched out and have a big old weird torso and weird legs and everything doesn't look this good.
Yeah.
And then with everyone making fun of his name, he comes up with all these ideas to get his name shortened down to Pi, and
Mhm.
because he's getting made fun of the whole time.
Yeah.
So he ends up writing down pi to like 10,000 digits, and that part's all completely fake. We do a lot of movies where everything's just in someone's imagination.
Yeah.
Unreliable
They're
narrators.
fun.
They are. He does eventually get everyone to start calling him Pi because he can remember so much of pi.
Yeah.
But I think that's all made up. He's making all
No,
that up.
definitely. But fun. A lot of fun. There's a good
Yes.
amount of, like, backstory, though. Then he
It
kinda
is,
gets into
and it blows through it pretty fast because there's the whole conceit that his dad turned a park after World War II. He turned it into a zoo
Mhm.
to get tourism to come to town. He's not a
Yeah.
zookeeper, he's a businessman, but he owns a zoo.
Yeah.
He's like Matt Damon, he bought a zoo.
Right.
But he is in charge of all the animals, just not taking care of them.
I mean, they seem to be fairly well taken care
Oh, they're
of
being taken
for a
care of.
businessman.
It's just not his dad just isn't the one doing
Oh,
it.
got it. That
Right.
makes
His
sense.
dad is
Yeah.
paying people to take care of the zookeepers to take care of the animals, but
Right,
his dad
right.
doesn't know shit about them.
Right.
Other than they are vicious killing machines and don't care about you and have no love
Yeah.
for you.
And then Pi has this thing with animals where I feel like he's very empathetic with them. He thinks he can see their souls through their eyes. And him and his mom are vegetarian, which is like, I think partly religion, but I feel like based on things later also just because he loves animals so much.
Yeah, as far as I know, you don't have to be a vegetarian to be Hindu, but you don't eat cows, you don't eat beef, but they eat a lot of chicken and fish.
But I feel like a lot of Indian people are vegetarian.
Yeah, I don't know if that is part of their religion. I don't know enough about it. It might be.
I feel
The
like
only
it.
thing I've ever heard about the actual religion is that they don't eat beef.
I
But
don't know.
there could be different
Need to look
sects or
that up.
different people take it more seriously. I'm not sure. I
But
do
the
not want to
dad,
speak on that.
yeah, we're not speaking on that, you guys.
We're not speaking on that.
Leave a comment if you know. But the dad doesn't believe in religion at all because I forget why. Why? He was in some sort of predicament and God didn't save him, so he stopped believing in God.
Yeah.
Something
What was
happened
it?
to him.
I completely forget about it.
I want to. He got sick or something.
Oh, he got polio.
He got polio. Was it polio?
Yeah. Yeah, his dad got polio, and while he was suffering in bed, that's when he became an atheist.
Okay. Polio would do that to you. It will. All the backstory. So, but I don't know why Pi like started going to all these different religions. It was like he was talking about how him and his brother were in the fields of somewhere. I don't know what they were doing there, and he stumbled into this church, and because his brother dared him to go drink the holy water, and then he met this priest there, and he was talking to him about God, and he was like, "Well, this is interesting and different." And then he started doing the same. He started practicing or became a Muslim.
Well, the reason the initial thing was his brother dared him to drink the holy water, but he walked in and he saw all the frescoes on the wall of the church, and he learned that God sent Jesus down to atone for everyone's sins, and he thought it was stupid as shit.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's right.
And so he talked to the priest and he's like, "Why would he do that? That's so dumb." And then
And the priest was like, "All you have to know."
right,
This is the classic.
the classic. You
Don't
just gotta
worry
have
about
faith.
the logic. All you have to know
The,
is
Lo-
he loves
the
you.
Lord works in mysterious ways and loves you, and you just have to have faith.
Like, okay, I don't even know him. Like,
Well, you need to know him. You need to let him into your heart, Harry. Accept him as your personal Christ and Savior. Savior.
so
So that's
yeah,
why I think he starts going to learning about the Muslim religion. I think it's now he's just interested in religions because of that.
yeah. And then he starts. He fills in to play music for this dance class. His like mom made him fill in, made him practice music, and he meets this girl there. She's a dancer. They never have like it never shows anything romantic between them, but I think it's kind of insinuated that they like each other.
Yeah,
And
it's just
then
like a complete red herring because that's only about 10 seconds in the entire movie and then they're gone. They leave.
yeah,
There is the scene where they're doing a Hindu religious ceremony where they're lighting all the candles out on
yeah,
that lake, and that's where
yeah.
the dad's like, "This is all bullshit."
Yeah, that's where they talk about the polio story, I think.
Yeah.
Right. It was pretty though.
It was. It
very
was very
pretty.
good looking. It's all very good looking.
Yeah. But yeah, so then they break the news to Pi that they're going to move to Canada because his dad has a business opportunity there. They can sell all the animals there. So what they have to do is they have to ship the animals, and they can get really cheap tickets if they go on the ship with the animals. So that's what they're going to do, and they're going to sail to Canada. Pi is pissed. I get
Well,
it. He's got
at
his
least it's
girl.
Montreal.
He's got his 3 religions. He's happy in India, but they're
But at
gone.
least he knows French.
That's true.
So he's got a leg up.
Yeah. So they go.
It starts with him on the deck of the ship looking out over everything, and his mom comes and says, "Hey, come and eat some food. We got food down there." And so he goes down to the galley, and massive piece of shit asshole Gerard Depardieu, who was an asshole in this movie and in real life, is the cook. And he's
real quick, we forgot a really major thing that happened before they leave, and it's when him and his brother go to feed Richard Parker.
Oh yeah.
And he's like sticking his hand in the cage, Pi is, because he like trusts Richard Parker.
Well, he's got a big old hunk of meat.
He's got a big hunk of meat, and he's like literally, but Richard Parker's just like walking up to him like cool as a cucumber. But his brother freaks out, runs, tells their dad, and they catch him before he gets his arm chewed off. And they make Pi watch Richard Parker eat a goat, which is sad.
In a very Jurassic Park, in a very Jurassic Park style way.
Did anyone think like how did Richard Parker get that goat through those bars?
That's what I said.
Okay,
no,
because
it's like
I was
an
like, there's no
airlock
way.
system.
It's like a what?
But it looked like the goat was on the outside of the bars.
It was
specifically.
It's a dual thing for feeding. There's two.
No, I know. I know there's 2 different like doors. I know that.
But it was like he was on the outside.
He was on the very, very outside of both of them.
And then he was all of a sudden inside.
Or did they just fuck up with the CGI or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the way it's supposed to work is there's 2 doors.
Yeah,
they open
terrible
the one on the outside, put the goat
didn't
in,
like
look,
it,
close
1
it,
out
and
of
then
5
open up the
stars.
one on the inside is
But,
what's supposed. I just guess it wasn't.
No, but I
close enough
did
attention.
see that.
Yeah,
I was
I mean,
like,
like-
the bars are too small. Let's see, like squeeze that thing through there.
Okay. Jesus.
No, but I did.
Yeah, there's no way. But we'll ignore that. So anyway, he runs into that piece of shit cook on the ship.
And it's crazy that it's Gerard Depardieu. You
I don't
guys
know who
probably
that is.
have absolutely no idea who that is, do you?
He sounds French.
He's probably the most famous French actor of all time.
I feel like I've seen him before.
He's
outside
been
of
in
this
a million things, but he has been accused of doing some pretty bad stuff
Oh God.
in the style of New York City financier Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. And also tax crimes and all this. He's done, but that's
Of
all
course.
shit. But he there's a story of him getting too drunk on wine on an airplane. And I don't know why, but either the bathroom, somebody was in it, or they wouldn't let him get up to go because it was buckle your seatbelt time for takeoff or landing. But he just got up in the aisle and just started pissing in the aisle.
It's buckle your seatbelt time.
Yeah, I don't remember, but he just at a protest, he was pissed. Literally, he just started pissing on the plane, all over the plane.
He started pissing Patel on the plane.
He did. He started pissing. But it's also one of the rumors is that him and John Travolta in the 70s were a couple.
Aww.
If you look up John Travolta and Gerard Depardieu, there's all these pictures. They were like best friends in the 70s, but they look like more than best friends in these pictures.
I believe it.
But he played Christopher Columbus in 1492, another
It's crazy. I didn't know he was that old.
historically famous piece of shit. So it's kind of appropriate.
He just channeled himself.
He did.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, he was a piece of shit in this movie. He also what?
He's in this movie with Katherine Heigl that came out in the 90s, where Katherine Heigl's is like a strange daughter from like a divorced marriage. And I vaguely remember this, but they go to a resort, maybe France or Mexico, somewhere. They're at this beach resort. And everybody and Katherine Heigl's like 12 or 13. I don't know if she says that it's her boyfriend or people just assume that it is, but people in the resort think that he's a pedophile there with this girl, but it's his daughter, right? And at some point, Gerard Depardieu gets up and plays Thank Heavens for Little Girls on the piano and sings it at this resort with everyone thinking that he's there with like a 12-year-old girl who's his girlfriend. and it's like a comedy. It's all played for laughs.
Look what Hayden made me.
Is that a food bowl?
Yes, it's a ramen. He made a 7-minute egg.
It's a ramen.
He's such a chef. Okay, Doherty, I love you.
What kind of ranch did he get you for that?
Hidden Valley. It's disgusting.
I feel like nobody cared about my Gerard Depardieu "Thank Heavens for Little Girls" story.
I think that it's already 8:15 where Darian is.
Same for me.
Yeah, but Darian has to edit. You have to do absolutely nothing after, as usual.
I just have to get up at 2 a.m. to go to work and drive
Yeah, well,
hundreds of miles. Do nothing.
it's a
Fuck
personal
off.
choice.
Okay.
You do nothing for the podcast, really. Oh, did you see that there's a newsletter thing on here now? Probably not. I don't know what that does, but there's a whole newsletter thing on here.
On here on Riverside or on Patreon?
On Riverside.
We already have a newsletter.
Okay, fuck you.
The neighbors have their dog out. I'm sorry.
Well, it's kind of
Who let
appropriate
the
for this movie.
dogs out?
The sound of animals. Your neighbors, neighbors, neighbors.
Okay, where were we? We're talking about the guy on the boat, and he was
Yeah, the chef's being a real racist asshole and not giving a fuck about them being vegetarians. And giving them meat and saying that the different animals that he's serving them were vegetarians. And that's as close as he's going to get.
sassy as fuck.
And then he's out of the movie for the most part.
Yeah.
Because next it's, I think a Japanese dude sits down and offers them some fish.
He's the sailor, right?
Yeah, right.
And
Who's nice to them.
Yeah.
And then it's the next scene pretty much is Pi going out because there's a storm. And then he ridiculously gave me quite a bit of anxiety, him slipping and sliding around in that storm.
That was
having
crazy.
a good time. Like,
he was having so much fun.
He's going to go right off this ship. And he does.
And his brother tells him, he's like, don't go out there. Don't tempt a storm.
Right. And he did.
And he did. And
Good thing he did.
Good thing he did?
Well, yeah, because
if
he would be
didn't, he
dead
would
if
have
he didn't.
died.
If he didn't tempt the storm?
If he didn't go
If he
outside.
didn't go out there.
Oh, got it. Yes,
he
you're
would have
right.
drowned in the lower decks with the rest of his family.
I don't know why my brain was like, no, because if he didn't tempt the storm, it wouldn't have stormed and everyone would have survived.
Oh,
Because
your religious propaganda.
that's your religious propaganda brain working.
It's working. It's eating my
It was
brain.
all fate. He caused all of this to happen from the very beginning.
No, but he
Not
felt
that-
like he did cause it.
He did. Not that the storm wasn't already going before he went out there. That's
How
the whole
did his
reason why he went out
family
there.
not hear anything happening and think, maybe I should get the fuck up?
I think that they just were like, yeah, it's a storm. Storms be happening.
I like to think that because I noticed that when he opened that door and went out, he didn't close the door behind him. So I like to think that him leaving that door open is what flooded the entire ship in the first place.
Yeah.
Which
So it was his fault.
It was his fault. That might be what happened, actually. Because I don't think the ship hit anything or anything. It was flooded.
There was
and then
no
it started
reason it should have
sinking.
sank.
Right.
Yeah, but that logical thinking isn't as beautiful as what could have been.
I know. I think he just left that door open and the water went in there. A wave came over and flooded that door. It all went in there. But the ship does sink. And then we get some crazy Harry Potter style Star Wars CGI of him getting onto a little lifeboat and surfing along and skidding along. And Gerard Depardieu throws him into the boat. The chef guy throws him in the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all going to get in there. But then the zebra jumps in and fucks it up and launches it into the ocean.
Or zebra.
I know. Why do I always feel worse for animals than I do for people?
Me too, because I didn't give a fuck about this kid.
Because
I'm like,
animals aren't choosing to be there.
yeah, it's
And
like
I
I guess
know,
they're
I know Pi is also not choosing to be there, but
true.
he could have just said, "No, Dad, I'm not going. I'm staying here." Like a zebra can't make that decision.
I know. I felt so bad for all the animals that were like slipping and sliding around on the boat and drowning and
Now, do we think? Okay, so were there even animals on this boat at all in the first place?
yeah.
Are we sure
I
about
think there
that?
were. Yeah. I
I
think
don't
there
know.
were.
I'm thinking that maybe that there wasn't ever any at all.
So
Wait,
this
so is the ending spoiler thing, is that like a guarantee that he was making this whole thing up?
It's
No.
supposed to
Or
be.
is it like you choose to believe like you can think of the more logical one, but that's not as cool and beautiful as what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's
supposed
how
to be
You
like
get to choose.
that's what it's supposed to be. That's what the book is more ambivalent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure. I think that Ang Lee is like, oh no, it's bullshit. Like
I think
none of this
that
happened.
it's like it's most likely, but you choose what to believe. And I feel like now that I'm saying that out loud, that kind of feels like it's coming back around to faith, you know? Like,
Right. Exactly.
It
it's like,
is. That's the
it
whole
doesn't,
point.
this is the logical and what happened, likely. But it's fun to pretend sometimes. And you have to have faith that crazy things are possible and whatever.
Okay, well, let's go down both these paths. So if we're choosing to believe that it's just a trauma response to what happened when he tells the story about what actually happened with the chef and his mom and everything, being on the boat the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and that he's created this entire different scenario to deal with his trauma,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how he survived on the boat the whole time, was living in a fantasy land, Mulholland Drive style. So let's say that that's what happened, that it's all is an imagination. So in that scenario, were there actually ever any animals on the boat at all ever? Or was that,
No.
did he just create the fact that did he create a fiction where they brought the animals with them because he wanted them to be going to Canada, but in reality,
Oh.
they didn't take them at all? But
I
then in
I
his
think that there
imagination,
was.
think that there were
Because
always animals on the boat.
why
I
else
just,
would they be on the boat? And where would he get this
yeah.
animal thing from? I think that
well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, is that that's a part of home that he put into this whole fiction, and he needed to put them on the boat for the fiction, the ship, for them to be on the lifeboat.
I think
So
that
he created the whole thing from scratch, because it
I
doesn't
think
make any
you're
sense why
overthinking.
he would take the animals all the way to Canada.
Because
Why wouldn't
he
he just
said
sell them?
he
Yeah, but
said
he
that
could
they're
have.
worth more in Canada than they are in India.
I think that if we're splitting into two separate things, so we can, if we're going to go with all of this happened and the animals were all there, then sure. But in the reality, if we choose to believe that he made up the thing, that the animals were on the life raft, I don't think the animals were on the boat at all ever.
Yeah. Well, I think that you can believe whatever you want to believe about this movie. That's what makes it so fucking cool.
I know.
But I think that there were always animals, whether you want to believe like the fun story or the logical story. I think the animals were always on the boat, but the sad reality is they all just died.
I suppose that's why I'm choosing in the logical scenario that there
Mhm.
was never any there in the first place.
So none of them died.
Right? They're all back
Back at home.
at home, living on the zoo that he sold to someone else, and they're all just moving to Canada
On a boat.
because they got a cheap boat ticket.
Maybe.
That's what I'm choosing to
I
believe.
want to read the book. I wonder if there's more details in the book that will tell
There's
us.
the less. It's more.
Huh?
I guess it focuses. It's more. It's like a third. So all the acts are pretty equal. So there's enough. There's more time devoted to all the beginning part still in India.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that it's a more contentious relationship between the author and Pi in the flashback or in the present day scenes. Like they argue about God and stuff, more like that, and that it's more ambiguous even than the movie is.
Oh, well, never mind.
Which, weirdly enough, this movie or the book came out the same year as Mulholland Drive did too. Interesting.
Very interesting.
All right, so the ship is sunk,
So,
and we got a few animals on the boat, and the boat is gone, and Pi is just on the boat, and morning comes. Goddamn, if there isn't a fucking hyena in this boat.
I hate
and a zebra.
hyenas. I
Why?
hate them
Why?
because they're horrible in The Lion King. They're horrible in this movie. They're weird as fuck in real life. So creepy. I don't like them. They give
They
the
are
worst
creepy.
energy.
Have you seen those
And
pictures of?
they're feral.
Well, they are, but in Africa, some of the warlords will have them as pets, and they kind of tame them and train them, but they just use them for like attack animals,
Yeah.
and they're huge.
I don't like
That's kind
them.
of cool.
And they all like gang up on other animals together and just I know that's how it is, but like I don't know. Every nature documentary I've seen, they're just the villains.
They are.
Every
When
time.
hyenas attack, like a water buffalo, they look evil, but when a lion does it, they look cool and majestic.
Yeah. But what doesn't make sense to me is how
Yeah, how
the
the hyena
tiger and
and
the
the
hyena
tiger.
were under that thing the entire
Uh-huh.
time, just chilling, while water was just going in and out of that boat.
Oh, I
They were
know.
just in there that entire time.
I have the answer.
And also, he was on like that side of the boat. Neither of them attacked him ever.
I have the answer.
What is it?
They were still drugged.
Yeah, they were.
They hadn't come out of their drug coma yet, all the
That's
way,
right.
because the orangutan floats up on the bananas, and he's all drugged out too. That's why he's being all weird.
She.
And the zebra's all drugged out. which is
Did you see
why
the boobs?
Did you see the titties? She.
The boobas.
yes,
The boobas.
the orangutatas, the
The
orangutatas,
orangutitties.
the orangutitties is better than orangutatas. Good job.
Orangutitas.
The orangutitans.
Yeah.
Bananas don't float, you guys.
I wanted to test that, but I don't have any water. I have
I
bananas, but I
tested
don't
it
have
in
any
my
water.
mind, and they don't.
I feel like they do.
I feel like they
If they're
don't.
bad, they sink. If they're good, they float.
No, that's eggs.
Oh.
That's witches. But
That's right.
maybe it is eggs
I get eggs and
because
witches mixed
because
up.
A
witches
bad
have
witch.
eggs inside of them. So if they're bad
Eli
eggs,
can't float. Does that mean he's a good witch or a bad witch?
so yeah, they're all drugged. I think that's the explanation for that.
How do
But
they fit under there? It doesn't look that big.
It's, I mean,
if
it's
they're
a
just
pretty
chilling,
big boat. How did only 4 people make it onto this boat?
And at
That's
what
what I want to know.
point did those big ass animals get under that little thing specifically? At what point? And no one noticed?
Yeah.
I
Listen,
think
you
we're led
can't
to
think
believe
about it.
that they got in there. They just kind of got sucked up in there
Yeah.
by happenstance when the boat was surfing around the whole
Yeah.
ship as the ship was sinking. They just
All
kind
the
of
chaos.
they just kind of got caught in the boat
Mm.
by luck. Is what I think. I don't think
I
they
don't know
made
how the
it
zebra didn't fall out of the boat during that point.
because he was drugged too.
But like, how did he not fall out when it was
Oh,
going
right.
everywhere in the waves? How did he not fall out?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
He's
He's pretty
drugged.
heavy. Maybe
No.
He
his
was
weight.
like not under the thing. There was nothing keeping him in. He was just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just
Yeah,
feel bad
seriously.
for everyone involved, except for the hyena. Fuck the hyena.
You can't
Babe,
think
don't
too
fuck with the women.
logically about it because
Yes.
you're messing with the whimsy. Okay.
Because it's all the real answer is because it didn't happen. It's his imagination.
Yeah.
But
But
which is
anyway.
why everything can be so fantastical.
The hyena is trying to attack Pi and then turns and attacks our friend, the zebra, which is horrible because the zebra couldn't defend itself. And then the next day, it tries to attack Pi again. And the orangutan, Orange Juice, she was like defending him. And then the hyena attacked Orange Juice and killed Orange Juice. And now Pi is like,
hyena
I'm
have a
all
name?
alone with this hyena. Little bitch.
I thought that the orangutan was gonna put the life jacket on, and at that point, I was like about to stop watching the movie.
I know, me too. For a second, I was like, wait, does it put this thing on?
And then
No
it
way.
jumps out,
She didn't, so I was like,
Flips-
okay,
flips everyone
I'll
off,
keep
and just
watching.
swims away.
I'll continue. And then the hyena attacked, and I was like, maybe I should stop watching.
But then there was the revenge of Richard Parker.
Yeah, and then we got to the end, and I was like, I wish I. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that yet.
Did it scare the shit out of you though when Richard Parker came popping out and took that fucking hyena down?
Yeah, not scared me. I was kind of just like, fuck yeah. Well,
Hell
at
yeah.
first, because I thought that Orange Juice killed the hyena, and I was like,
Mm.
fuck yeah, fuck that hyena, and then
Mm.
that scared me more. After the
Mm.
hyena just popped back up, popped back up and killed Orange Juice, and I was like,
Orange Juice.
Let's go, primates.
You're so primate biased, Jaden. You just always are rooting for the primates.
Yeah.
You just love opposable thumbs, don't you? You just can't get enough of them.
It's sick.
You have a sick
Um,
twist.
yeah,
Even though I've seen this movie, and it was, God, how long has it been? 18 years? How old is this movie?
14.
14. When Richard Parker popped out, it didn't like scare me, but it startled me.
It startled you?
It jump
You're so
scared
startled?
me. I was like, forgot about that. Oh,
Can imagine
God-
you watching this.
God
just like,
damn it, Richard Parker. God damn
Ugh.
it.
I was not expecting him to be under there at all. I was like, how is this tiger gonna end up on the boat at this
Me
point?
too.
And-
I'm like, when's he gonna come swimming up on the boat
Yeah.
with Rose on the door?
Oh my god. We have to get to the part where he jumps out of the boat because
He's so cute.
that
Huh?
shit pissed me off how long
Oh.
he was just on the side of the boat waiting for Pi to help him back up.
I know.
It was suddenly just nighttime and I was like, okay, I guess it just didn't show him getting back up on the boat. He's already sleeping, he's good. But no, he was still in the water floating on the side of the boat at night.
He was
I
doing
know.
that hang in there motivational poster the whole time.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
I
so
know. He held on so long. But
Poor
Pi had to get all
baby.
that stuff together so he could, survive too. Dude, the first time I watched this, I was like, fuck that tiger. I would have just left it out there.
that's crazy.
I know, but like this tiger is actively trying to kill me.
Well, he was going
So,
to kill him with the axe, right at that point.
but then he was so cute. He gave him the Puss in Boots.
He did give him the Puss in Boots. He really did.
And he was, oh my God. So then, yeah, he gathered all the things and he basically made a second little boat, like a raft. So he could be on his little raft and Richard Parker could have the boat because Richard
So,
Parker is princess.
so
Yeah.
you know Pie's little ridiculous raft that he made for himself?
Mm-hmm.
The way that came to be is Ang Lee gave his son, who is not an outdoorsman or a survivalist of any sort, he just gave him all the shit that would be on that boat and said, put it together, make a raft out of all this crap, basically. And that's what his like little kid son designed, came
Aw.
up with.
Smart.
So he took pictures and took it to the art department. He's like, this is what it's going to be. This is what some dumbass would make if they were floating on the ocean and they didn't know what they were doing.
Ang Lee also hired
That's
this guy who actually was lost at sea for 75 days as a consultant. What's his name?
And he was a real weirdo. He
Was
got
he?
apparently, yeah, not in a bad
I mean-
way. Just you could tell that
I feel you could tell that he was lost at sea for 75 days.
exactly.
Yeah. I don't see this guy's name.
But the whole time he's on this little raft, and there was one particular scene where he just has his axe. Oh, it's when he's fishing, when he finally figures out how to fish, and he just has his little hatchet just sitting there on that raft,
Mhm.
not tied to anything, he doesn't have the loop around anything. I'm like, you're gonna lose that fucking thing's gonna fall off, and you're gonna be
He's
screwed.
just a boy.
And then
he's
the fact
just a
that he
boy.
wasn't when the bananas floated up, and he wasn't just like getting all the bananas and putting them in the
Eating the
boat,
bananas. Yeah.
or he didn't even care to get the bananas.
I know
He
you
just-
were thinking about the bananas. You would have eaten
I
all those
was.
bananas in one day.
It was stressing me out. I'm like, get all those bananas and put them in the fucking boat. You're gonna need those bananas.
At the time, he was like, "This is just going to be a couple day thing. I'll be here for a
Yes.
couple days."
So
good.
then you'll have
There's
extra
so many
bananas.
things in this movie. Not so many things, but a lot of things in this movie that didn't really make sense to me logically of like
Mhm.
what he should have done.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he got to the island thing,
Mm-hmm.
we can talk about the island itself, but like why did he not just sleep in the boat at night and then go to the island during the day until he got super fat? Both of them got super fat and then leave, have all their strength back up and then some, so they weren't about to die again once they got somewhere else.
Good point. Good point.
It's not like he couldn't do that.
He definitely could have done that. I think he was.
I don't know if he was ever going to get fat eating those tree roots.
Fatter than he was.
He could have certainly eaten a lot of meerkats, though.
Yeah.
Because by that point he was no longer a vegetarian because he started eating fish.
Pescatarian.
Yeah, but I think that a meerkat you can slide that right into pescatarian.
I don't know if you can just eat a meerkat like that.
He hadn't yet heard the Nirvana song about it's okay to eat fish because they don't have any feelings. So once you've made the moral decision that you're going to eat fish, then it's fine. You can eat a meerkat.
Did he have
So-
fire on this island?
I don't think you could start a fire on this island.
I don't think you can just eat a raw meerkat. Like, I just don't feel like that's right.
I mean,
It's
You're
not
hungry
right,
enough.
but you have to do what you have to do, you know?
I think it's more because since it's all in his imagination, this is the metaphorical thing, telling him that he needed to leave because he found the tooth in
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
So he was taking it as a spiritual sign that it was time to leave.
But do you
Yeah.
think did you think this island was real? So then why do you think he even got to an island?
No,
Oh, okay.
I
don't
don't think
know.
he did.
It just seems odd that it's just like a magical island with just meerkats and nothing else.
And it looks exactly like the island from
From Moana.
Moana.
Just
Yeah.
a person laying down.
Just a person laying down. He
And
found the
then,
heart of
like, the
Rafiki,
acid
but it was a
water.
tooth.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like the island couldn't have existed.
Maybe
I
it
feel like
was
he was just so delusional. He had sea madness.
maybe it was the Pacific trash patch, that trash island. And in reality, he was just hanging out on this plastic
Big
trash island and it
trash.
was sucked ass. So he
He
decided to
actually
leave.
he wasn't actually seeing like real meerkats. It was just like
It's rats.
an
Just
ad
rats.
for
Just a bunch of rats on trash island.
like what's the movie with the meerkats? The Madagascar one.
Madagascar.
You're just seeing ads for that movie. Actually, you didn't see real meerkats.
Yeah, there was There's an old Premiere magazine in the trash island. But if we're going off okay, so not to jump ahead, but when he tells the story, I kind of was zoned out on when he was telling the quote unquote real story about the chef and his mom. So who was the chef? Was the chef the tiger? He's the tiger.
No, he's the
The
tiger.
chef was the hyena.
The hyena.
Okay.
Wait, but
Okay.
we're skipping past once he finally.
Everything.
Yeah.
No, but I'm trying to decide. I was trying to think of if it was the chef that got him to leave a different type of island,
Oh.
and that's why they left.
Mhm.
But no, the chef would already be gone before he got to this island. If it was
Yeah.
not a carnivorous floating weird island, but like a desert island that he found
Yeah.
that had some stuff on it, then maybe the chef was like, "Hey, it's time to go," made him leave. But no, the chef would already be gone in the alternate timeline of it.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just a desert island. I mean, maybe he found like a desert island that had some stuff on it, but not enough to survive.
I just don't understand where he got the acid water from. That's such an interesting thing to think of.
I feel like maybe this could be true though. Like a certain type of bacteria or something.
I mean, I suppose technically there could be some sort of island floating around mangrove trees or whatever they were that could evolve to do that, but they would have found it with satellites by now if it existed.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just talking about the acid water specifically.
Oh.
Like some sort of chemical reaction, nighttime
Right.
versus daytime with certain bacteria, something like that.
But how was that fresh water
Right.
when there was no?
Also,
What
it's
were you
just
gonna
like
say,
a
babe?
hole, and then all
I
the
was just
fish
thinking
die,
about
but
like
then how does it
the,
refill with fish?
you know how like in Yellowstone they
Right.
have those pools.
Yeah. It doesn't make any
I think
sense.
the sulfur pools or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all coming
I
up
don't
from
even
the
think that.
that's all coming up from the bottom of the earth, not the bottom of the earth, the middle of the earth, the core.
The bottom of the earth is flat. You heard it
That's
here
true.
first.
I
I
think
got a flat earther over here.
Yeah.
Worse than being religious, by the way.
it really is. It's more of I think the earth is a turtle.
Someone here is a
It
peanut.
just slipped out of your hand.
What part of the turtle am I?
You couldn't hold the turtle.
We're just all in the back, floating through space. No, I don't think this is real, and I think this is the biggest clue to this being all in his imagination.
Yeah, this island was when things got really weird. Again,
Yeah.
very beautiful. When it was all like wait, no.
Oh yeah.
That was a different part.
We did skip. What was the whale is before this, right?
whale.
Where the whale comes
That
up
pissed
and
me off.
the whale's such
You
an
could have done
asshole.
that anywhere else.
No, literally, there's a
The
whole
earth is
ocean.
like 75% water. You could have done this literally anywhere else.
10 feet to the right, it would have been fine.
Yeah. But all the bioluminescence and the jellyfish and stuff.
It's all very cool. This movie looks so good.
It made
looks-
me really just want, like, I didn't want to believe the other part because I just wanted this to be a magical movie.
Yeah, I
didn't
know.
want any logic in it. I wanted it to be purposely not real.
Yeah.
I didn't want there to be some, like, choose your own ending. I wanted it to just be like, yeah, this is just like a fun, not really fun, but kind of fun, fake movie like Harry Potter or something. I don't
That's
want to, like,
why I loved it so much because I wasn't expecting that at all. And I think the reason I wasn't expecting it is because parts of this movie really were so ridiculous that I'm like, oh, this is a magical universe or whatever that this movie is taking place in, where crazy things like that can happen. And it's a whimsical movie and it's fun and it's, a big story. And then it just like at the end, it was like, oh shit, damn. Okay.
I mean, getting all the way from Indonesia to Mexico, that's really far.
Yeah, and not your boat not flipping over after multiple insane storms.
Yeah. He was on that boat for 227 days.
Yeah, right. And his skin didn't just start peeling off.
I know.
He didn't have sunscreen or anything.
I mean, he did have that tarp that if we're thinking
That tarp was occupado.
No, but it wasn't occupado because he was by himself the whole time. So in the reality where
True.
he's not there. I mean, okay, in the reality where the tiger was real and everything happened, then he was using. Everybody knows that tiger piss is really good as a sunscreen. So
Yeah.
Somehow thinking about him being there alone that entire time is so much more terrifying than the tiger being there the entire time.
Yeah, wait a damn minute, because where was Richard Parker pooping?
You've
I
seen
didn't
his
think
butt off
about
the
this.
side.
Did he potty train him?
Well, you know, he was just pissing and shitting in that boat, and then he would come over and scoop it out.
They were both pissing Patel.
They were. I keep wanting.
They were pissing on each other.
Can you
It was all
imagine
good
getting
fun.
sprayed by a tiger?
No, that part
It
was
looked like it
crazy.
came out of his ass. Like,
Well,
it looked
that's-
like
I mean,
just straight diarrhea.
it wasn't diarrhea.
And that would have been so much funnier if he just turned around and just like shat on him. Fuck you.
I don't know the anatomy of cats. You do. They be spraying. Do they spray out of their
I don't-
penis or out of their
I
butt?
have no idea. I've never seen my cat's wieners ever. I don't think they have them.
Well, they got him,
It's
and
pretty
they got
gross.
a barbed hook on the end.
Ugh,
What?
I don't like
Yeah.
that.
You don't know that about cats? Is
No.
it gets hooked inside and they
I
can't separate.
genuinely have no idea where Bellamy pees from. I've never seen. I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you that it's not the same as a bird.
Cats do spray. Cats spray urine from their urethra.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. But like, hold on.
Cats only spray if you don't get them neutered.
I don't understand because when you look it up, it looks like it's coming out of their butt.
Well, that's how a girl cat would spray.
Yeah,
But
but no, it's saying
Maybe if
male.
a male cat, because they have a barbed penis, maybe it hooks around and points back the other direction.
I don't get it.
I don't want to get it.
Am I about to Google cat penis?
I'm gonna get put on a
Yes.
list.
Oh my god. It does like point backwards.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Whoa. Their wieners kind of look like hedgehogs. They do. That is crazy looking.
What about
Sonic the
girl
cat
cat?
pic.
I'm more confused about girl cat.
Well, you can look up cat vagina if you
I
want
don't
to.
want to look that up.
Their wieners are so small.
If you Google cat vagina and Google goes, did you mean pussy?
Really is
Was
just
that
like a
fish
little
that he caught? Was that a
barbed
dory?
wire.
Did that look like dory?
It wasn't a dory.
It wasn't a dory?
The one that he killed
Yeah,
and he cried.
baby.
No, I get it.
Baby. All right, so he does leave the island. Oh, and he's also been writing. There's the whole thing with the pencil, where his pencil gets very tiny.
Mm-hmm.
He's been marking the days on the side of the boat, which is a nice thing to throw in there for the movie, so I don't have to keep throwing it up there. It's like a show, don't tell.
Yeah. And trying to remember if
Do you
anything
think
else.
that Richard Parker ate all of those little fish in one day?
All the flying fish. Oh, there's the
Yeah.
flying fish part. That was pretty
Oh,
exciting.
yeah.
Because that was a lot of fish.
We kind of skipped over to how he trained Richard Parker to
With the whistle
share the boat with him,
and the anchor sail thing that
Mhm.
you can manipulate to make it.
And that kind of worked, but kind of didn't. So then
I mean-
he started training it like a circus tiger.
And that's the other thing, is that definitely was not in the book.
Did you read the book?
The whole part about if you happen to be in this boat with a wild cat, this is how you
Oh.
would train
Oh
it.
yeah.
No.
So that's another clue as to where he's just all this bullshit, making it
Yeah.
up in his head.
Yeah.
Because it's so blatantly obvious that it's not in there. Because
Mhm.
then he's like, and forget step 10, forget everything else that was in this book.
I thought that was just him being cheeky when he was telling the story.
Yes, it was. But where would he get that information from to be cheeky about it?
I don't know.
Except in his imagination.
Yeah.
I suppose that he could have learned that about how the circus people train the animals, since he does live at a zoo. So I guess he could have gotten that knowledge at some point in his life in a book or something, I suppose.
But it didn't even work. Because after that is
Mm-mm.
when Richard Parker sprayed on him.
Yeah. You
But
tried.
it did eventually work. They did.
We had to do the circus
not
training.
it wasn't until after he left Richard Parker to float on the side of the boat for half a day.
You have to.
And then threatened him with a thing. And then was like, "Ugh, I can't do it." And then he helped him.
Yeah. But then he went on his own raft for a while and he's like, I can't keep doing this because I have to go back to get my equipment. And every time I go back, Richard Parker tries to eat me or mark his territory or whatever. So then he's like has the little baton thing and he starts like tapping it around and feeding him fish when he does what he wants him to do. It's a little positive reinforcement. And that works.
I bet you that was really good, though, the sushi. Just like unlimited sushi buffet. Sashimi.
Yeah, when he was eating the fish. It's probably pretty good. The part where I think this was before they got to the island, but the part where he puts Richard Parker's head in his lap. Oh,
Yeah,
so
that one was
cute.
sad.
He was so skinny.
No, that's before they get to Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
After
after
the
that.
No,
island?
that was before they got to the island.
I thought so too.
They
Yeah.
didn't even show after the island. They kind of just
Yeah, after the island, they were kind of like,
jumped,
and then we.
got to Mexico, and
Got to
they
Mexico.
looked like shit. And then the ending, okay, Can we just get to the ending? Because
Yeah.
Sure.
it pissed me off.
I don't really understand the whole, like, he walked away and didn't look back thing.
Walked away. Yeah, I
Hate to
just
see
feel
him go,
like
but love to watch him leave.
Well, it was basically look at that pussy walk away. Shake that pussy.
okay, you don't have to take it so
no.
far every time.
I have to. It's for content, but
No.
I think it's proving the fact that his father was right, or it's throwing up a thing to make it more confusing about which thing you're going to pick.
I know, it just like ruined the whole aspect of the movie for me because I love a good enemies to lovers.
And same.
They did have a very heated rivalry on that lifeboat.
I really wanted them to be besties and then live out their lives together, and then we find out that he's actually in his backyard the whole time, and that's not
Well,
happened. We don't even know if he survived. I thought he was gonna collapse, and maybe he did, and it was all for nothing.
Well, even if Richard Parker does survive in the jungles of Mexico, he's definitely getting hunted by people. They're not going to just let him live out there.
And like, what if he came back? Because eventually he went back to the boat on the island. I know it was because he was gonna die if he stayed on the island, but what if he went back and then he was like, "Oh, so
What's up? Where's you got some fish?
he just
You got
left
some more?
me. That little bitch left me."
yeah,
And then he
that's
just cried.
that's one part of the movie that I just have yet to kind of understand. Like, I think I understand that it's trying to say that his dad was right and that at the end of the day it was just an animal, but I don't get the purpose of that lesson.
Well, it's not a lesson for Pi. It's a lesson for the viewer. It's putting one more marble in the bucket of this is fake. Don't have faith, or you can believe and have faith that this all happened.
Is that supposed to be like a, I don't know.
I don't know why. Ultimately, I don't know what it means, but I think that's what the purpose of having him walk away and not look back is, to balance the scales, to make it harder to decide which story you believe.
Do you think it's another like ode to faith too? Like even when you expect God to be there, sometimes he's not.
Yes.
But that doesn't change the fact that you had this experience or whatever kind
Right.
of thing.
Yes, I do
Okay.
think
That's
that.
that's the propaganda.
Yes.
Propaganda again.
Just
I mean,
because God wasn't there when you had cancer doesn't mean he's not real.
Doesn't mean you
Right.
guys didn't have all those good times before you got cancer.
he wanted you to get cancer because the cancer made you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Faith is
Yeah.
the most genius concept that anybody ever came up with. Is this, you have to believe this thing, even though there's no evidence for it. Because
Yeah.
if
No,
you don't,
truly.
you're going to hell.
All you have to know, the one sin that's unforgivable is if you deny him.
And if you want to see your dead family again, you better
You
believe.
better give us money every Sunday.
So
Okay.
dumb.
So then he's telling that story of how he didn't look back, how it broke his heart, broke all of our hearts. And then he tells how he ended up in a hospital and these two guys come and they're trying to get information about why the boat sank for insurance purposes. And he tells them the story that he just told us, and they're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. You
We
need
don't believe you.
you need to tell us what really happened. And so Pi acts like he's making up a story about the chef, his mom, and whatever to like appease them. But really, that's the true story, allegedly. And then the writer is like, so which one is the real story? And he says, well, in both stories, all these things happen. So which one do you like better? It's the same outcome either way. And he says he likes the one with the tiger.
That's the
And
better
he's,
story.
yeah. And he's like, okay, well, there you go. And then he says, do you want to stay for dinner? And that's it, pretty
Then
much.
his family comes home. Do you think that was the girl that he left behind in India, or a
No.
totally separate person?
Separate.
Why?
Because I think he talks about that at some
Oh,
point.
did he? Okay.
Yeah. I feel like he said there's like a lot of things in life that
Didn't he say when
whatever.
he left her that he never saw her again?
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
right.
Did you guys clock when he tied his bracelet on that island?
Oh,
The bracelet
yeah.
she gave him, and he tied it
Yes.
on the island, but when she gave it to him, it was red, and then when he tied it on the island, it was white. It lost all the color from being in the ocean for so long.
Where did he really tie it? Did he tie it to a water bottle in Trash Island?
I thought it was so
He
funny
did.
when he like wrote that letter, put it in that can, threw it like 5 feet
Yeah.
in front of him.
Like, if anyone ever did find it, which they're not going to,
They would just think
how
it's
are they
trash.
gonna know where? Yeah, that. And then if they did open it, how are they gonna know where you are?
They're not. It pissed me off so much when that huge ship went by
Oh
and
yeah,
he's like
that's
shooting
always.
the flares.
How did they not see the flare?
Dude, I don't know. Piss me off, dude. Can
Because
you
that
imagine?
probably happened in either reality. That probably happened.
Yeah, can you imagine you've been
And they
lost
could
at
have
sea for
confirmed.
like 6 months and you see a cruise ship that's like so close but so far away? That would
I
drive me
can't.
insane.
Have you guys seen Castaway?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Does that happen in
You haven't seen
Castaway?
Castaway?
You should really watch Castaway. It's
Yeah,
a
you
much
should
better
really
version
watch
of this movie.
Castaway. Oh, okay. Okay.
Not
What?
that this is bad, but Castaway is really good.
Castaway is really good, but I like this movie
Is there a
better.
tiger?
No,
No.
there's
There's volleyball.
volleyball.
Instead of a tiger, you get a volleyball. So which one do you want?
And
A
I'll tell
tiger.
you you're gonna be more sad about the volleyball
Which
than you are
one's
about
better
a tiger.
story? The volleyball is kind of sad,
Yeah.
but
I like tigers.
I feel like there's a scene with a ship in Castaway or a boat that he does like. I haven't seen that since the theater either, so I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It's a pretty common trope in Castaway stories, though, where the ship goes by and they don't see it.
Yeah.
But
I feel
it
like
would
it
suck.
is.
I mean, you have to put it in there because it's so devastating
It's so
to have
devastating.
the hope within your grasp and then snatched away and taken away from you.
Yeah.
Devastating. You can't not have like a lost at sea story without that being in there.
Yeah.
It's just a storytelling negligence if you don't.
If they would have came back, though, we would have known if there really was a tiger or not.
They're like, we
Yeah,
can't pick you up. There's a fucking tiger in your boat. All right.
So, the
It's-
part where the bananas don't float and the two Japanese guys are looking at each other
Mhm.
like, I don't think they float. Are you sure? I don't know. No,
Mm,
but I really do. We need to test that out.
they don't. I told you I tested it in my mind.
Your mind is an unreliable narrator.
Ah, you got
Who has a
loud.
banana?
I've got a bunch here. I
Bananas
just don't
do
have any
float.
water.
Damn it.
I knew it.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you can look things up.
What would it say?
Bananas do float.
They
I
do?
bet you they would really float in the ocean with the salt water.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
more
good
likely to
point.
float in
Says-
salt water?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember when I was a kid going to the Salt Lake and floating out there.
Mm,
The Dead Sea, you can float.
yeah, the Dead Sea.
I wouldn't float in the Salt Lake now. Shouldn't have back
Why?
then either.
Just says their overall density is slightly less than that of water. Both whole, unpeeled bananas and peeled bananas will naturally float on the surface.
Boom,
Hmm.
suck it, Japanese insurance investigators. Suck
God,
it.
they don't know shit.
All right, so
on
this
my
is
brain.
real.
But
It all
it
happened.
also depends on the ripeness, because the sugars, when it gets more ripe, change the density slightly, but it will still float, but it might float like a little lower, I guess.
But if you have enough of them and they're tied up in a
Yeah.
bundle enough, an orangutan
Yeah.
can probably float on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so I'm
to
changing
know.
my opinion. Is I think it's true. I think all of it happened with the tiger.
Yeah, just because of that.
I don't want to be like a Japanese insurance investigator.
Mm,
I'm going to let whimsy into my heart and believe in the unbelievable.
thank you.
You guys, after this, do you guys want to do some sort of like Bible study or anything, like a group Bible study or anything like that?
Hard pass.
Okay, fine. How about Darian? You ask a certain set of questions that must be asked, and we must answer them.
Okay. Eli, was it worth the watch? Are you angry at me for making you watch this?
No. It's a really good movie. I've been waiting to watch this movie, and I was finally like, yes, I get to like see it and see what it's all about, and it did not disappoint. But I was like, I don't know what this movie's about, and I hope it's good. But yeah, it met every expectation. There was a little magic, a little whimsy, a little something in there. No magic. There was no magic. That was a joke. I guess that was kind of magical. And then
I mean, that island's
I
kind of
think that I
magical.
would rather go with the story that he was with
Yeah.
the tiger, because it's more fun that way, and it feels more adventurous. Yeah, this is a great movie.
I love that. How many island meerkats
Give
would
it-
you give it?
I'll give it 4.5 island meerkats.
Ooh.
Good
Hell
score.
yeah. It's a great
Good
score.
score.
Okay, Jaden, was it worth the watch, or are you pissed? Are you pissed,
It
Patel?
made me really angry.
Angly? Like you have a lot of angles?
Like the director's name was Angly and Angry.
Oh,
I hate you guys.
I didn't get it.
I
Sorry.
hate
Anyways,
you.
But that's really funny. That was a
That's
good one.
very
cut
good.
that out. Cut that out.
No, leave it in.
Leave that in. Leave that in. I'll cut out my confusion. How about that?
Yeah, cut out. Just have me laughing.
Okay. No, I liked it. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I'm just gonna pretend like the ending didn't happen and it all was real and just a magical movie intentionally, and there was no stupid ending. And
That's what I do.
yeah, and Richard Parker was just, he lived in his backyard for the rest of his life and enjoyed everything. And they were besties. And I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Okay. 3.75. What?
Meerkats on an island.
Okay.
Magical meerkat islanders.
Okay. Okay. Dad, are you mad, glad, sad?
Well, initially, when you first said you wanted to watch this movie, when you brought it up a few months ago, I was like, ugh. But I was only going off of once you get old, you start only remembering if you like or don't like something, and you don't remember why after a certain amount of time. You don't remember your opinions. You just, or the reasoning behind your opinions. You only remember if you gave something a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Like, I remembered nothing about this movie. The whole beginning part was completely new to me. Didn't remember any of it. Remembered nothing. All I remembered was what was on the cover, is there's a tiger in a boat. So I did remember. I thought I was remembering them being like on a green raft the whole time. Not even I thought they were on that green island the entire for the whole movie, and it was way smaller. So I'm glad that I got to watch it again. That I had a reason to watch it again, and going in with very low expectations, but with an open heart. I wasn't going with any biases. I was hoping that I was gonna. Why didn't I like this movie? I didn't remember why. So I am glad that I watched it, and I did end up liking it, despite the fact that it's stupid. The ending is stupid, and it's a stupid. It's all very kind of a dumb story. Like, the actual story is kind of dumb. I don't like the story, but the filmmaking and the performances are all very good. I would give the directing and the performances and the production design like a 5 stars. And then I'd give the story 2 stars. So I think ultimately I'm right there where Jaden's at.
So
But maybe
3.75?
maybe even a little higher, maybe 4.
4?
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 4. I'll give it 4 floating meerkats from an island of mangrove trees. I did enjoy watching it, and it was a spectacle, and it looks great. So I don't hate you.
Thank you.
Little
Well,
meerkat.
that puts
You
us
didn't
at.
rate
Wait,
it yet.
Darian, are you glad that you picked it and made us all watch this? And then how
Yes.
many meerkats are you giving it?
I am so glad. I've been looking for an excuse to watch this movie since we started this podcast. I love this movie. And I'm giving it 5 stars. I think this is a perfect movie.
Well, by the transitive properties that we've all learned about in Catholicism, that makes it above a 4.
Wow, a rare
Yeah.
Darian W.
Yeah.
It's a 4.3,
Wow, Darian
mind you.
gets her movie into the very important movie podcast Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
yeah. I mean, I feel like it was somewhat of a safe bet. Like, I didn't think anyone would hate this movie. It's a, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's
It's a
like
crowd
a
pleaser. It was a huge hit. This
I was gonna
thing
say
made like
it won
$600 million.
4 Oscars.
It did.
It won 4 Oscars. And, like, I feel like this movie got so much attention and hype, and, like, everyone really loved it. So I didn't think anyone was gonna hate it, but the
Well,
religious propaganda kinda got me. I was like,
I
"Oh,
did
they
I
might
did
hate
hate
this."
it when it came out. Actually, I
Did you
don't think
hate
I
this movie
hate it.
when it came out, Dad, or did you like it when it came out?
No, I didn't like it.
Okay.
But
Are you sure?
I didn't like it.
Did you not like it, or did you love it
Have
when
I
it came
been
out?
muted this whole time? I'm so confused.
Unfortunately not.
Oh,
Guys,
okay.
I'm getting angry.
You got to
Getting
say
angry.
Ang Lee.
No, because then it just You're gonna be even more confused.
No, you're making me
I'm getting-
angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie sucks. I'm taking it. I've
I
given
hate
one.
you.
No,
I
no
just
take
really wanna
backs.
leave.
No take backs.
We should do all of Ang Lee's other movies except for the ones that came out after this.
Maybe.
We should go in reverse.
Reverse.
All right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
shit. That's a good episode. Congratulations, Ang Lee, and all the other people who made this movie. And next week is Jaden's pick. Have you decided yet?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do
It's like, dude,
pirates.
what?
Yes.
We are the pirates. What of the Caribbean? What of the Caribbean? You know?
Wait, bring that back next episode. I want to hear the rest.
Okay.
Pirates of the Caribbean rap.
And we'll talk about if it's Pirates of the Caribbean or Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's Caribbean.
Well,
Wait.
It's Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. But if I'm
Yeah,
talking
well-
about the Caribbean, it's the Caribbean.
exactly. That's
Right.
that's what I say. But Eli
Okay.
I say
doesn't
too.
believe me.
Hmm.
We're doing the first one, right?
Yeah,
Gore Verbinski.
it's a classic, nostalgic movie for me, at least.
Did we take you to see the first one in the theater?
No, I don't think. I think when did it come out?
You were pretty young.
Pretty sure
2003?
in
I want to say 2003.
yeah. I was only 1 and almost 2.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did we take you, Darian? I don't think so.
I don't remember.
All right. Well, shit. Until next week, which will actually be a few weeks because we're banking a couple for scheduling purposes. But until then, please rate, review, subscribe, Patreon, etc., etc. And until we meet you on the high seas for more wet month, please out.